We have the first market of the year. I do have a tester call for a pattern that I have designed up on Instagram. I feel like all of my plushie work at the moment is either dragons or butts. And I'm not mad about it. Hello creative creatures and welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Christina and I am the owner of Leo Linnell Designs, and today we are doing a market prep vlog. We have the first market of the year in, let's see, it's Thursday today and the market is on Sunday. So we have like 2.5 days left to prep. I've already done some prepping and I will show you the things I've made recently. And I think tomorrow we're gonna bring up the stock that we already have and go through it. Also later today I need to go and get some shelving that we're gonna use at the market. They're like these cubes that you can put together really quickly, and we're gonna try to set that up and do like a mock setup for this market. I haven't done that before, but many people really do recommend doing a mock setup, so we're gonna try that out. For this market, we're not bringing our own table. They provide the table for us, which is on one hand great. We don't have to bring it all the way to Oslo, but on the other hand, they don't provide any information on how big the table is. So I don't really know how much space I have to play around with. I've tried reaching out, but I haven't really gotten a response yet, so we will see. But let me show you. I've been busy with school stuff and I have also had my youngest home for a couple of days. She had a fever, so not much was done during the daytime while she was at home. So I feel like I'm stressing out a little bit now because I thought I had more time to prep and to make some more stock, but here we are. We also have a pattern test that I need to get done either today or tomorrow. So we're gonna do that in this vlog as well. I'm gonna share more info about that later, but let's get into what I've made recently. If you watched my latest video, you saw that I made a lot of octopus babies, and we have the whole bowl here. I will link that video if you want to check it out. I timed myself to see how long it would take me to actually get this filled up. This is one of the best sellers I have at each market. I priced them at around $4.50 to $5, and they just fly out of this bowl. At the last market in December that we did, I only had like one orange octopus left when we went home, so it was definitely due for a refill. I would have made more, but I actually ran out of the safety eyes in sizes 10 and 12 millimeters. I think that is the ones that I used. So I had to stop and just make do with this. It's almost full though. I also did quite a few of the cheeky froggy keychains. This is a product that I tested out at the Christmas market for the first time. This is a free pattern on Instagram. I did bring some of the bigger plush sizes of this cheeky little froggy. I love them so much and they're such a quick make, but I did make them into little keychains for the Christmas market and they did really well. So I made up 6 of them to bring to this market here as well. I would have made more, but I ran out of this gold keychain right here. I have ordered more, but they didn't come in time. So we're bringing these 6. I also made a new Sage the Snake. This is my own pattern that I have created. So I do have, I think, a couple of other colors of this snake in my stock already, but I wanted to do like this sparkly gray one. I might do a couple more colors if I have the time. And then I also made 2... Why is this one upside down? I also made 2 of these cheeky frog plushies. I do have some more of those in stock, so we're going to see how many colors and what we have when we bring that up tomorrow. Made a loaf cat. Should definitely be making more of these, but haven't had the time. And then I have these 3 dragons. This pattern is the Diddy palm-sized snuggler pattern by Handmade by Jodie, and I love it so much. I did stuff this one just a little bit, and I kind of like the look of that, but the other ones are not stuffed. I think this one might be my favorite at the moment. It is so cute. But yeah, so I'm excited to see if these will find their forever homes at this market. This is a market that we have not done before. It is in Oslo at like a street food place. So they did host this market a few times last year, and apparently it was quite successful. I kind of stumbled upon it on Facebook and kind of just booked a ticket right there and then I found out like a week ago that quite a few other vendors did try to get a place there, but it was filled up. So that's good news, and it makes me kind of hopeful for the show up there, but you never know until you're there. But I will bring you along to the market. I've even told Michael to remind me to bring my camera so that I can actually film the setup and everything. We are also bringing quite a few 3D printed eggs. Those sold quite well at our Christmas market. So these are the egg design that we brought with us to the Christmas market that did really well. So they're just like this. I do usually have like a few that have plushies in them, so you can buy them as a bundle, or they can just buy the eggs themselves. So this is a new colorway that we haven't tried selling before, so I'm excited to try that. We also decided to try some new designs as well. So we're gonna bring this egg to the market, which is a new design that we have not tried selling before, and also this design. So that is the reason why I am working here in my living room for the most part and not cleaning out and working down in the basement at my little studio, because the studio and the gaming room is now sort of a printing farm. It is running pretty much constantly, and I just can't work in that constant noise. I do have noise canceling headphones, but I can't. And it's nice to be here where it's a little bit more sunny and a little lighter. So right now I am doing some schoolwork. I'm gonna sit down for a little longer to kind of catch up a little bit, because like I said, I've been home with my youngest for the last couple of days, and then I don't think we're gonna be able to go and buy the shelving before I have to pick up the girls, so maybe later tonight. But we are going to do the pattern testing and create some more plushies later tonight. So, oh, and I almost forgot, I did make these 2 last night as well, these capybaras. They still need their details put on, like the eyes and the little mouth and such, but they are almost done, and I might make a couple more of these because these usually tend to sell really well. As always, all of the plushies that I show you, I will link the patterns to them in the description down below, so you can go check them out if you want to. But right now, I'm gonna make myself a coffee, and then we're gonna do some schoolwork, and then some crochet work. So, let's get to it. Alright, we made some good progress with our schoolwork. I need a little bit of a break. There's a lot of information going on in the module that we're working on now. We're working on designing a magazine, so there's a lot of information. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to start the pattern testing. I'm going to show you the picture. The designer that we are pattern testing for is called Finy Toys, or Finy Toys. I might be pronouncing that wrong, but I'm trying. So it is F-A-Y-N-I and Toys. This is a designer that is based in Ukraine, and I was lucky enough to get picked to do a pattern test for this cheeky little monster here. That kind of looks like Mike Wazowski, and I'm obsessed. There's just something about plushies with a butt. I just love it. I feel like all of my plushie work at the moment is either dragons or butts. and I'm not mad about it. But I think the first thing we have to do is go downstairs and print out this pattern, because I like to have the pattern physically printed, so I don't need to find my phone or my computer to actually look for the details of the pattern. So we're going to do that first, and then we have to pick some colors. So Michael got me this setup for my Razor mic, even with like the pop filter and everything. So I think I'm gonna try to do some live streams soon. There we have the pattern ready, so we can start our testing. I also just got a notification on my phone that the order for the golden keychains has arrived, so I need to pick that up later, and we can actually make more keychains for this market. So I might do that. I do have the color red in that fine velvet yarn as well, so maybe I'll make some red cheeky frogs as well. I completely brain farted there for a little moment. I forgot what they were called, but cheeky frogs. I ended up making a hot chocolate instead of coffee because I've already had quite a bit of coffee today. And I find that having sort of a sweetened drink like hot chocolate or a sweet tea kind of helps me not snack as much, and I'm trying to eat better and just take better care of myself. But anyways, we are gonna get started on this pattern test. I don't have like the light green that is the typical like Mike Wazowski color, even though it would be great to make it in that so that it would look kind of like him. But I think I'm gonna go for the darker green or maybe even yellow. So this pattern had quite a quick deadline, and it's fine. I don't think this is gonna take that long to get done. But I'm excited, and if these are as quick as I think they will be, I predict that these would be a great like market plushie. Oh, okay, so the gray is also in sort of a cotton yarn. Need to get some gray as well then. But anyways, I'm gonna pop on something on YouTube and we're gonna get started on this pattern test and see how much we can get done before I have to go and pick up the girls at daycare. We have about an hour tops, but I think we might be able to get it done. So I have to go pick up the girls. I did not get to finish it, but I'm pretty much done with the body. I have to make the little booty, and then we have to make the eye. So, and the horns. So I'm gonna go get the girls, and we're probably gonna have some dinner, and I will finish this one up later tonight. Hello, it's the next day. If I look a little bit tired, it's because our youngest daughter kept me up for most of the night. So I'm running on caffeine and crochet at the moment. I've allowed myself to take a slow day, but work on some stock. I did finish up the pattern test project that I started on yesterday. I just finished it, and I put it in this yellow, like bumpy egg. It looks like an alien egg, doesn't it? And then you have the little monster alien in here with the horns and the booty. I mean, it's so cute. Look at it. I love it. I will link the pattern by Finey Toys. Finey Toys. I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing it wrong. I don't know. I will link the pattern in the description down below. So, right now I think I'm gonna make another set of eyes for the monster because that's the second monster I've done, but the other one doesn't have the details yet. It only has like the body finished because I started doing that while I was filming it for some short form content, and then I changed the hook size, so I didn't want to finish that one up without filming the process because I want to make some short form content about it. So I think I'm gonna make the eye for that one and just keep that for maybe tomorrow, and then do the rest of the short form filming for that because I don't want to go and put on makeup, and no, I don't want to. So we're gonna do that, and then we're just gonna create some stuff. I did start on a red little booty froggy, cheeky froggy, but I did change up the hook size here from 2.5 to 3 millimeters, so it's a little bit bigger, and I'm not sure if I like it or not. I think I'm not really able to tell before it's done. I also made a couple of octopus keychains. I was a little bit annoyed because all the keychains that I got that I picked up at the post office yesterday, I was convinced that they were gold colored, and when I looked back at the order, they don't really specify the color, and the picture that they have taken looks quite goldish. But anyways, I do now have 50 of these and I will use them. I just like the look of gold keychains more. So I guess it's just a preference thing, and we'll see if there's a difference in sale of the gold and the silver colored ones, but maybe it won't be. But now I can actually make more of the keychains. I also made another cheeky turtle here the other day with a little butt, as always. And right now, like I said, I think I'm gonna make the eye and maybe a couple more capybaras or some loaf cats. We'll see. I'm gonna show you the storage units that Michael got yesterday as well. Cue another separate video clip of that. So here are the cube wire storage units we got. We got 2 packages of those, and we're gonna experiment on putting them together. Ooh. They are heavy, but you can see you can put them together in lots of different ways. I'm thinking we might do like 1, 2, 1, 2, and then 1, 2 maybe. Or maybe like this setup on one side. I'm not sure. We're gonna do a test setup of this either later tonight or tomorrow. I did ask the people that host the market that we're going on Sunday if we could bring a shelving unit instead of like a clothing rack. Because in the ticket we bought as a vendor, it said that we would get access to 1 table and we could bring a clothing rack. Now, I don't have a lot of products that I would hang on a clothing rack. We do have one, but it's mostly like market bags and stuff, and I think with the wire cubes we can find a way to hang them on that. But for all of our printed eggs like this one, it would be much more beneficial to have like a shelving unit where we can actually place more of them on shelves so that they're easier to see and to touch and feel and have a look at without messing with all of the plushies. So I think I'm gonna go and pick up that later tonight. We did get an okay from the market hosts that we could bring one, so that's great. So other than that, I think we're just gonna crochet for today. I'm gonna watch a couple of courses online for school while I'm working. I'm currently watching a LinkedIn course about illustrating for children's books, which I find really interesting. So I'm gonna watch that, and we're just gonna make some stuff. Hello there, it's been a little while and I thought I would do sort of a wrap up of the market. It went quite well. It was more of a quiet market and we talked to some of the other vendors who had been there a couple of times before and they told us that it was really quiet this time around. So the amount that we made, we're very happy about that for it being such a quiet market. So we made right under $400, which is great. The vendor fee to be there was right under $30. I would say it's probably about 28 when you do the currency math. We did also invest a little bit in some shelves and stuff for the market, but that is also things that we're going to use in future markets, so that's totally fine. But the best sellers for this market was actually scrunchies. I priced them down to about $3.50, and we sold a few of those. I also sold a few mini plushies, the mini octopuses that I made in my last challenge video, but not as many as we used to. I think we sold about 6, and 3 of them we sold inside tiny eggs. So we did put a few of them inside the smaller 3D printed eggs that we had, and that worked really well. Other than that, what sold really well was dragons in general. So dragons without eggs and dragons with eggs. So that was kind of the best sellers at this market. And I am very excited to see how the next one goes. We have signed up for the same market in March, so about a month away at the time that I'm filming this outro, and I am currently working on building up stock for that. And I want to have more dragons, I want to have more of different things to kind of try this market out one more time to see what will sell in a month that isn't as tight for many as January is. So the market itself, I don't know why I thought it would be bigger. It was about 7 or 8 vendors there. We were the only ones there who had crocheted items. Then there was a guy that sold yo-yos and a guy that had these handmade cutting boards. And then the other vendors were secondhand clothes. So we kind of stood out a little bit from the rest of the vendors, which I think was a plus for us. It would be interesting to see how we would do if there was another crochet vendor there. I know that there is another crocheter that I am friends with on Instagram that's going to try the same market now in February. So I'm curious to hear from her how she does, and maybe she will sign up for the one in March as well. Maybe we'll see her there. That would be fun. And the market itself is inside of this big location where they have lots and lots of different street food vendors. So there was lots of food and lots of people, but not so many that bought stuff this time around as there might be later in the year. But we did have quite a lot of people coming by and looking at the stuff, and some picking up our business card and just striking up some conversation, which is great. So all in all, we had a really good experience, and as long as I make my booth fee back and we have a good time, that's really what's most important. Of course, I like to make some money at it as well, but as long as we don't go into the negatives with the market, I'm happy. And we had a really good time, like I said. We also look at this as kind of a way to have some extra quality time together. We don't get as much time, just the two of us without the kids. So to be able to get the kids to a sitter and then have time to ourselves and get quality time together while we travel and have fun and work is really just a really great bonus. So all in all, I'm very happy about this market and I am excited to try it again in March. Oh, and a little side note before I completely end this vlog. If you are a crocheter and you crochet plushies, I do right now at the moment when this video comes up, I do have a tester call for a pattern that I have designed up on Instagram. It is for a Baby Cthulhu, so if that would be something that you would be interested in maybe applying for, I will link to the Instagram post in the description down below. So that's where I'm going to wrap up this market vlog. Thank you so much for joining me, and don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, and hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, and I'll see you in another video soon. Goodbye!